Hi, hope you had a great day. You're watching JG Entertainment, and for this video, I'm going to Scream 6 first initial reviews or reactions that are coming out from critics. And for this video, I have 5 different reactions and reviews that are coming out, and I tried to mix them up. I tried to put some negative things on them, and I was trying to put some positive things on them, so you can have an idea where you might stand when watching the movie, and what some things that you might have problems with, and what some things that you're really gonna like. So yeah, let's get into it. So for starters, I'm going to the side real quick, and then I'm going to put the first reviews right here, and you can either pause the video so you can read it yourself, or you can just read it along with me because I'm going to read it out loud, and then from there I'm gonna break down what exactly it's trying to say, and what you should expect from the movie, and what you shouldn't. So yeah, let's get started. So the first one's going to come from Popgrave, who says, Scream 6 is a bloody good time, delivering what might be the franchise's strongest entry since the original. It's darker, gorier, and more violent than ever. All thanks to Matt Batenel, Olfin, and Tyler Gillette's creative use of the film's New York City setting, exemplified by an opening scene that is nothing short of iconic. Ghostface has never been scarier. Jenna Ortega, as expected, delivers another standout performance. So yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Very, very positive first review. Just to start off the gate, calling it a bloody god time, saying that it might be the franchise's best since the original, which is amazing. So not as good as the original, but at the best since the original, which is really awesome. Saying that it really kind of gives a brand new, fresh take into the thing by adding the New York setting, and it's a lot bloodier and more violent, thanks to the new creative forces behind the movie, which I think is awesome. And apparently the opening scene is really good. Keep that in mind. Apparently the opening scene is really iconic. It's going to be really amazing. So that's pretty interesting. And apparently Ghostface has really gone up this game. And now it's even scarier than ever. So yeah, it's really awesome. And at the end, for you Jenna Ortega fans, especially now with Wednesday being such a big hit, apparently she does deliver a really amazing performance. So if you're a Jenna Ortega fan, you can be happy that she's going to be great in this movie. So yeah, that's awesome. Alright, now moving on to Perry Normanoff, who says, feeling very lucky to be a diehard Scream fan. Scream 6 is fantastic. So thankful this franchise fell into Radio Silence's hands because they continue to crush it. Yes, the Ghostface attacks, killings are especially vicious. A few might be a franchise highs in terms of tension. And then she continued by saying, felt harsh for Sam, Tara, Chad, and Mindy in the last film, but they really had my heart as the core 4 here. Melissa Barrera, in particular, is a force in the movie. She takes everything they set up in 5 and just soars with it. What an exceptional balance of heart and ferocity. And then she ends it off by saying, I'll stop there, but overall, it's another win for the series, and it's a true joy to rank these films because it gets more and more difficult with every new installment. A very proud, grateful, and happy Scream fan right here. So yeah, that was very positive. As you can see, very, very positive. I'm very happy about it. Very glad that it's this positive. So first of all, it's saying how, yeah, it's very good to be a Scream fan right now because the movie apparently is really awesome. And it kind of gets, once again, a fresh take because it fell to new hands. So that's really awesome. Apparently, Ghostface is really violent here and very ferocious, which seems to be a pattern just from these first 2 franchise reviews. And that is a franchise highest in terms of tension, not in terms of the movie or anything, but in terms of tension, it's a franchise highest. So that's really awesome. Then it also goes by saying that the new group, the new core 4, are really good. So that's really awesome. So if you enjoyed it from the last movie, then they're going to be even better in this movie. And if you didn't enjoy it from the last movie, well, hopefully they kind of win you over in this movie because apparently they're really awesome. And lastly, apparently it just seems to be one great thing, and yeah, it's just like it's going to be really enjoyable. Alright, well, on to the next section review, and this one comes from Horror Necronism, or Necronomicon, there you go, sorry, I'm gonna keep this here just because it's really funny, but yeah, Horror Necronomicon, who said, Scream 6 is the darkest installment of the slasher franchise. The New York setting is refreshing, and the kills are bloody and brutal. Runs too long and lacks the depth of meta-awareness seen in previous Scream films, but has a fantastic murder mystery with fun twists and turns. So I just to include this one because it kind of adds more negativity to it and kind of just lets us see on some of the flaws of the movie. So let's go over it. So first of all, it definitely seems to be one of the darkest installments, as they mentioned, as the kills are bloody, they're brutal, so that seems to be a pattern. So expect some blood, brutalness, kind of that type of thing, which is really awesome. However, it does say that it's way too long, so apparently the pacing isn't that good, and that it really lacks depth on the meta awareness that some other films have had. Also, a car just beeped, I'm sorry. But yeah, just keep that in mind that it's gonna like that and that it's still gonna be a little too long. So the pacing might not be the best. So yeah, keep that in mind. But apparently the murder mystery is really interesting and it has some fun twists and turns. So yeah, that's really awesome. So overall, still positive, but it definitely has some negatives to it that I wanted to include in this video. Alright, well, that's the next review. And this one comes from Matt Negila, who says, Scream 6 is a more brutal offering from Tyler Gillett and Matt Vanim Orfin. Sorry, I completely mispronounced his name, so I'm so sorry. And then it continues by saying, as the carnage moves to the open streets of New York City, where no one is truly safe, a sick, twisted breakdown of legacies and franchises. I'm now as invested in the core four as the original trio. He continued by saying, I do want to add that the third act wasn't my favorite, but I really enjoyed everything leading up to it. I'll air of all this out on the MVP podcast when we have Scream with RCS on our guest. On as a guest, there you go. So yeah, that's what he had to say about the first review. Very interesting. So it has some positives and some negatives, but overall it seems to be very positive, saying that overall I enjoyed it. Saying that it's once again more brutal. Keep that in mind. Feels fresh with the new people behind it. New York City definitely gives it this new setting that apparently really works for this movie, so that's really awesome. Once again, mentions the twist, so that's really good. Very interesting to see the twist, and mentions that the new four that they have, are as good as the original trio. So that once again, that's twice that these people mentioned that the new four are as good as the original trio. So it really looks like this new cast is really going to win you over in this movie, which is awesome. I really am happy for that. And however, it does have some negatives, which is exactly why I decided to include it here, by saying that the third act wasn't the best. So yeah, keep that in mind that while the movie might build up really nicely, the third act might disappoint a little bit. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Really trying to give you all the full perspective of this movie, how it has its really good elements, but it does have its negatives. So yeah, trying to get that perspective. Alright, we went to the last session review in the fifth first session review, and this comes from Eric Davis, who says, I had a blast watching the new Scream movie tonight in the heart of NYC. A phenomenal opening sequence spills into a gruesome killing spree that honors the entire franchise in some clever ways. Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera are rock stars, and Jasmine Savoy Brown, a great time. So a very positive fresh review. Very positive. I'm really glad that this is a very positive, and that's the way I wanted to end it. Kind of ended in a positive note, so that's why I put this one last. So once again, they reference the opening sequence, which apparently is very good. So yeah, make sure when you watch the movie to come prepared, because apparently the opening sequence might even be the best part of the movie. Everybody considering the opening sequence, so that's great. It definitely seems like it's gonna be a really good scene. Then they mentioned that once again, very gruesome, so very brutal once again. And that Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera, as well as Jasmine Savoy Brown, are great in this movie. So keep that in mind. Once again, like I mentioned, if you're a Jenna Ortega fan from Wednesday and whatnot, it looks like she's going to deliver in this movie, and you're going to be really happy with her. So that's really awesome. And apparently it has some really clever ways to honor the rest of the franchise. So very interesting to see that. I haven't seen all the Scream movies, so I'm sure for all you Scream diehard fans, I think that's going to be especially important to y'all. So that's really good. So yeah. Overall, the movie just looks like it's going to be really good. It looks like it's going to have its flaws, but overall, it just seems like it's going to be one of the best movies in the Scream franchise yet, which is awesome. So yeah, hopefully you go watch it, you have a blast and whatnot. Tell me what you think about all these first impressions and reviews down in the comments. Are you happy with them? What are you expecting to see from the movie? And what are you the most excited to see from the movie? I'm very, very curious. Me personally, the opening scene is what I'm most excited to see, because everybody's raving about it. So yeah, let's see what that opening scene is all about. But yeah, I want to hear your own thoughts down in the comments. As well as please make sure to leave a like. It'll be very helpful. So please leave a like and subscribe for a lot more content. I just watched Creed 3, so I have a bunch of content coming out for Creed 3, which is really good. So yeah, definitely make sure to subscribe for that content. Subscribe for more content, including on Scream 6 content and whatnot. Subscribe for all that content. And yeah, that'll be your first video. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And this is your entertainment.